Good morning and welcome back to Public Affairs on Peach. This morning we're talking about childhood obesity and how one local teenager is helping to inspire other kids lose weight. Tiger Green is with us this morning along with NFL superstar Marcus Stroud. Marcus, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey, Marcus, it's good to have you here. And Tiger is here with us. Marcus, I wanted to ask you, is it not so inspiring to see a kid like Tiger doing what he's doing?
It's very inspiring. You know, anytime you can see a guy, especially a guy Tiger's age, to take the initiative to go out and do the things he wants to do, that's definitely inspiring to people like me.
And why did you decide to get involved?
Childhood obesity was a thing I was already looking into. I met up with Tiger and his father at one of my foundation fundraisers about 2 years ago. And it was something where we all clicked and started hitting it off from the beginning. It was something that we both wanted to take to another level. We felt like the best way we could reach the most people was to combine our efforts.
Yeah, you know, we were talking about some pretty startling new statistics out there, Marcus, that this generation of kids may not even live as long as their parents because obesity has become such a problem. What do you think is the issue? How do we get through to young kids like Tiger out there? How do we get through to these young kids out there to make the healthier decision to eat healthier, but also kind of get active in their community?
Well, for one, we have to change their thinking. We have to get to the kids themselves and have a person like Tiger that the kid can look up to and have a goal or aim to inspire for. And also we have to get the parents in. We have to get the parents to change their way of thinking and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, let's face it, the kids aren't buying the food, the parents are.
Yeah, all right, Tiger, this is your chance. You get to play news anchor and host. Your chance to interview the superstar himself. What question would you ever ask him?
Marcus, how do you overcome obesity and how do you lose the weight and get to where you are now?
Well, first thing, it has to be dedication. It has to be something that you want to do. Like you said earlier, it came a point where you just got tired of doing it, and that's the first step. You have to realize that you do have a problem, and it's a problem that you're tired of dealing with. And once you realize that, you're going to have all the motivation you need within yourself to go out and do it.
All right, Marcus, this is a question coming from me. And, you know, when I'm a big NFL guy, I love watching college sports as well. And sometimes I'm looking at, you know, the offensive linemen and some of the D-line. These guys are really big boys, right? They're really big boys. Yeah. Is there something called a healthy overweight? Because there's kids who are looking up to these guys, and these guys are big, big boys. And they look to me to be overweight.
Well, it's not a such thing as healthy overweight. I think it's a functional weight. And these guys, even though they're big, these guys are active, they're functional. These guys go out and work, lift weights, run every single day. So it's a fine line. You know, some of these guys that they're looking up to, you know, that they see these guys being big, but these guys have gotten that size over years of work and stuff like that. It's not one thing where they're just sitting at home gaining 300 pounds and not doing that. These guys are able to function with this stuff because they go out and they work at it and they exercise with the type of weight that they have. And if you notice, a lot of these guys, once they do retire, they lose that weight.
Yeah, that is very true. That is very true.
Weight.
Yeah, it is, and a lot of it is a muscle weight. And Marcus, you know, some people think that, you know, kids, they get a little sad when you tell them like, oh man, I can never eat that food again. I can never do this. How do you strike a balance between your personal life and your athletic life, and also talk to me about the dedication it takes to get your body into the physical shape it needs to come season time?
Well, like Tiger was saying earlier, you know, once you start along that path, you don't want that junk food, you don't want the fast food, you don't want that stuff anymore, because like both of you guys said earlier, it starts to make you feel bad. So it works against, you know, how it used to be. You used to love that cheeseburger, and now when you go get it, it kind of makes you feel bad. So it's something along those lines. If you're able to just get in your mind and start substituting French fries for those apple slices and stuff like that, and just gradually move into it, I think you have a better chance of success.
And, you know, Marcus, with Tiger sitting right here, Tiger, I mean, what's your dream? What is Tiger's dream? A lot of kids are probably out there going, all right, Tiger has made these great strides in your life at a very young age. You've got this great message. What's your goal? What's your dream?
I mean, my goal is to eventually do what Marcus has done and lose the weight as a child and eventually grow up to be an NFL superstar like he has.
Yeah, what do you think about that, Marcus? You got somebody like Tiger who's got a lot of determination, a lot of willpower, clearly at a very young age, who dreams and aspires to one day put on a uniform like you.
But with that type of drive, he can do anything. This is the first step, and he's taking the first step, and hopefully he can bring a bunch of other kids with him.
Yeah, and what do you think, too, about, getting a message from your peers? Do you think kids like Tiger could make a bigger impact than, let's say, an NFL superstar because he is so young talking to his peers?
Oh, definitely. Anytime you can look to a person that's your age that's doing the same thing, and that person has actually been through the things you're going through, you can relate with that person better than you can say somebody like me. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to partner with Tiger so we could all reach a greater spectrum.
Marcus Stroud, always a pleasure to talk to you, man. I appreciate the work you're doing for these kids.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, very good. And we will come right back to wrap up the show. Stay with us.